two budgeting apps. One costs $72 a year, the other costs $109. And somehow millions of people are paying for both, switching between them and still ending up broke at the end of the month. This video breaks down every real difference between Quicken Simplifi and YNAB, features, cost, philosophy, and who each one is actually built for. No fluff, no sponsored opinions, just the comparison that saves a decision. Stay until the end. Because the answer to which one wins is not what most people expect. Start with the number most people check first: price. Quicken Simplifi costs $71.88 a year, just under $6 a month. New users often get it for as low as $2.99 a month in the first year through intro discounts. Quicken runs regularly. Annual billing only. The full charge hits up front. But at that rate, it is one of the cheapest premium budgeting tools on the market. Not free tier cheap, not stripped down cheap. Genuinely full-featured for less than the cost of a single takeout meal per month. YNAB, you need a budget, cost $109 a year, or $14.99 a month on monthly billing, which adds up to nearly $180 a year if the annual plan never gets switched to. That is 2.5 times more than Simplifi. Over 5 years, that gap stretches past $500. Over a decade on monthly billing, YNAB costs more than $1,100. That is a real number for a budgeting app, but here is where it gets interesting. YNAB offers a 34-day free trial with no credit card required. Just sign up and start. Simplifi offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, but a card is required up front and the refund has to be requested. Those are two very different things psychologically. One removes all friction from trying, the other puts up a small but real barrier. And YNAB gives students an entire year completely free. Verified enrollment, 12 months at zero cost. Simplifi has no student plan at any price. On pure numbers, Simplifi wins the cost fight every year after the first. But pricing is almost never the whole story. The better question is what each dollar actually buys, and more importantly, what it changes. Here is the question nobody asks before downloading a budgeting app. And it is the only one that actually matters. Do you want to watch your money or control it? Those sound like the same thing. They are not even close. Quicken Simplifi was built around automation. Link a bank account and it reads every transaction, sorts it into categories, and builds a spending plan automatically. The app looks at income, subtracts recurring bills, and shows a live figure in real time. Here is exactly how much is left to spend today. Not this week, not this month. Today. No manual input required. No categories to configure before it works. It functions from the moment accounts are connected, and it keeps functioning whether the app is opened daily or once a week. It is the closest thing to a financial autopilot that exists at this price point. YNAB was built around intention. Before a single dollar gets spent, it gets a job. Users open the app when income arrives and assign every dollar to a category. Rent, groceries, savings, car repairs, whatever matters. Only after every dollar has been assigned does the budget balance to zero. Nothing is automatic. Every transaction is reviewed. Every decision is visible. And if a category runs dry before the month ends, money has to be moved from somewhere else. Consciously, manually, with full awareness of the trade-off being made. This is called zero-based budgeting. It has existed long before YNAB built an app around it. And it is not for everyone. YNAB's own data says average users save $600 in their first month and more than $6,000 in their first year. Skeptics are right to raise an eyebrow at self-reported figures. But independent reviewers, financial bloggers, and Reddit threads with hundreds of thousands of members tell the same story consistently. YNAB does not just track spending, it rewires how people think about money. The app creates friction on purpose. That friction is the product. Most users report it takes 2 to 4 months before the method fully clicks. There is even a phrase inside the YNAB community for it: the YNAB learning curve. It is real, it is documented, and it stops a meaningful percentage of new users before they ever reach the breakthrough. Simplifi never asks that much. It works the moment it is set up and keeps working without demanding daily engagement. But working is not the same as transforming. Simplifi is a financial mirror. It shows what happened clearly and beautifully. YNAB is a financial compass. It does not show the past, it steers the future. If two apps cost roughly the same, most people assume the features land in roughly the same place. These two are almost complete opposites beneath the surface. Investment tracking, retirement projections, credit score monitoring through Equifax Vantage Score, vehicle value pulled live from Kelley Blue Book, cryptocurrency balances, a full net worth dashboard that updates automatically. Simplifi has every single one of those things, built in, included at $6 a month. YNAB has none of them, not one. This is not an oversight. It is a deliberate product decision. YNAB's philosophy holds that tracking net worth and watching investment portfolios pulls attention away from the only habit that actually builds wealth, spending less than is earned, consistently, every single month. On bank connections, YNAB actually edges ahead. It connects through Plaid, MX, and TrueLayer, three separate data networks running in parallel. If a bank does not sync cleanly through one, another picks it up without the user ever knowing there was a problem. Simplifi runs on Plaid only. For major national banks, the difference is invisible. For credit unions and regional lenders, it can mean the difference between a live connection and a dead one. Debt payoff planning belongs to YNAB. Its loan planner calculates exactly how much interest is saved for every extra dollar applied to a balance, showing a precise payoff date that moves as extra payments are added. Simplifi tracks what is owed but does no interest math whatsoever. Simplifi's 2026 updates brought real improvements: a fully customizable dashboard, advanced auto rules for transaction categorization, a privacy mode that blurs all dollar amounts with a single tap, and KBB vehicle valuation added to the net worth tracker. YNAB's interface has not transformed dramatically in recent years, but its 205,000-member Reddit community, free weekly live workshops, and library of educational content give it a support ecosystem no competing app has come close to replicating. Simplifi is the broader app. YNAB is the deeper one. Broad is not always better. Neither is deep. So who actually wins? Quicken. Simplifi is a better app for most people. It is cheaper, broader, easier to set up, and covers investments, credit score, net worth, vehicle value, crypto, and household cash flow in one clean dashboard. For someone who wants complete visibility into their full financial picture without fundamentally changing how they think about money, Simplifi delivers more value per dollar than almost anything else at any price. But YNAB is a better tool for a specific person with a specific problem. That person is living paycheck to paycheck and cannot figure out why, or carrying credit card balances that never seem to shrink, or sharing finances with a partner whose spending habits feel invisible and unaccountable, or exhausted from knowing where the money went every month and wanting, finally, to decide where it goes before it leaves. For that person, Simplifi was never trying to solve the same problem. The mistake millions of people make every year is downloading the app that matches their personality instead of the one that fixes their situation. Disorganized people download YNAB because it looks serious and systematic. Feel overwhelmed by week 2 and quietly cancel before the trial ends. Already disciplined people download Simplifi because it is affordable and polished. Watch their spending charts update automatically for 6 months and never change a single habit because the app never asked them to. The app cannot do the work. It can only make the work visible or make it unavoidable. The question was never which app is better. The question is which problem actually needs solving. Drop a comment. Which one are you using, and is it actually working? If this comparison saved you time or money, a like takes 1 second. Subscribe for more breakdowns. No filler, no sponsorships. Now go fix the budget. The app is the easy part.